So right now we are waiting for the mayor of Cincinnati. They're assembling right now to discuss this viral brawl. Just so much violence that was spilling all over the streets in Cincinnati, all of it hard to watch. The mayor is about to give us an update on this. We know that 3 people had been taken into custody. They've been let out on some pretty large bond figures that got them out of jail for now. But as we wait to hear from this mayor, we are going to speak in a moment. We're going to talk in a moment to the Senator Bernie Moreno, who is very upset with the way that the city of Cincinnati has been handling the situation on the streets there. They're 200 short in terms of the number of policemen that they should have out there.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Oh, here we go. Let's go to the mayor of Cincinnati.
I'm here
This
with a
is
group
Mayor
of city,
Aftab.
county, and community leaders who have been with us every step of the way in building the kind of Cincinnati that our children and grandchildren can be proud of. As you can see, there are far too many to announce individually, but there are leaders here from law enforcement at both the county and the city, including public safety professionals like our firefighters, business leaders, community leaders, faith leaders, elected officials at both the city and the county level. And we're here together with a unified message to our city. For the past week, Cincinnati has been dealing with a serious challenge. A challenge because of the awful and horrific fight in our downtown last weekend. A challenge because of both the speculation and legitimate conversations raised because of it at both the local and national level, and a challenge because of the ongoing work that everyone at this podium and partners throughout our community have been investing our time and resources into to ensure the safety and vibrancy of every community in Cincinnati. This was an awful incident, and our law enforcement has been working quickly and effectively to bring all responsible to justice. Let me be clear. There is no place for violent crime in Cincinnati. Whether it's a fight or gun violence, we will pursue those responsible and we will hold them accountable no matter who they are, period. We will spare no expense in the pursuit of safety and justice. We have the best police department in the country. They do an extraordinarily difficult job and a dangerous job every single day, and we have their backs. We have their backs with resources and with uniform political support. And our expectation, our commitment, is that they enforce our laws. The Cincinnati of today has revitalized our urban core, from OTR to the banks, into a community where folks from all around want to come, live, and work, and spend their time. We have brought new residents and growth after decades of population decline. We are an economically, civically, and culturally strong city. And we will never stop doing everything in our power to maintain and grow that strength. We look forward to once again taking your questions about where we are, what we're focused on, and what we're doing, as we've done every step of the way this summer through our bi-weekly updates and press conferences. But first, I'd like to emphasize an important message, that we as a community are united. We are on the right track, and we have been implementing a coordinated strategy since taking office that has delivered substantial progress on all of our goals, on safety, on economic development and growth, on new housing and jobs and thriving neighborhoods throughout the city. It's not lost on any of us how much work there is still left to do, from City Hall to the county, to our business leaders, faith, community, and labor leaders. All of us have been laser focused on collaborating to build a brighter Cincinnati. I want to thank our partners for standing strong and together for what has been a transformative period in Cincinnati's history. Because make no mistake, our communities have more strength, more opportunity, and more momentum right now because of that work. But all of what we've accomplished, where we want to go as a city, is only possible when residents are safe and when, importantly, they feel safe spending time in our public spaces. And while the data shows the progress that we've made, it means nothing if the public perception does not match. And currently, too many Cincinnatians don't feel safe. All of us, especially me, are clear-eyed and working urgently to fix that. We have to make the city safer right now. In Cincinnati, preventing violent crime has been our singular top priority, and our budget, our words, and our actions all reflect that. I'm proud that under the leadership of City Manager Long and Police Chief Thigi, and in collaboration with the county, local businesses, and community partners, we have not just made sure the resources are there, but that we have listened to and adjusted with the data and experiences that the residents are telling us. And that has, of course, included strong, consistent investment in our law enforcement and our public safety approach as a whole, and a clear focus on making adjustments based on what the data and our residents are telling us. Just this summer, as we've targeted concerning crime trends, we have implemented and regularly updated residents on new police task forces going after street-level crimes, new walking patrols in our urban core to increase visibility, and a rollout of a new drone program as first responders. However, any violence, any tragedy is inexcusable in our city. It is our responsibility as city leaders, it is my responsibility as your mayor to fix it. There is obviously more work to be done, particularly in our downtown, but our strategies and investments have led to a significant decrease in citywide crime. And as Chief Teresa Thigi will further discuss in detail, this is a moment to double down on the investments and strategies that have driven the progress that we've seen so far. Before I welcome the city manager to speak, thank you to all our police here in Cincinnati for your exceptional service and your sacrifice. From our CDRT and SWAT teams to the task force patrolling our hotspots, to every officer upholding their oath to protect the residents they represent. It is because of you that all of this is possible. And thank you to all our partners here locally and beyond for helping us in this critical work. As we've announced, Governor DeWine has not hesitated to come to the table in support of our Cincinnati efforts with public safety resources to strengthen our local law enforcement approach. That is the kind of public service based in real action and collaboration that makes every community here and throughout Ohio a better place. Governor DeWine is a good man with a proven track record of putting communities over partisan politics, and I'm grateful for his collaboration and partnership. I'll end with this. Cincinnati is a special place. We are a proudly diverse city with a large and vibrant Black community that is rich in tradition and in history. The racial dynamics of this fight are unavoidable, and some have cynically used the opportunity to try and divide us along racial lines. That is a choice we must firmly reject. But rising to challenges like this, to create something even brighter, is nothing new for Cincinnati. This is the city that served as the gateway to freedom on the Underground Railroad. This is the city where, out of tragedy, we built a community-driven national model for problem-solving oriented policing in the collaborative agreement. We have the scars to show the hard work that it has taken to get us to this point, and our community is stronger because of how we have responded together. Now is not the time to turn away from each other, but to reach toward our shared humanity, irrespective of race and creed. That is the story of Cincinnati's past. It is the strength of our present, and I'm confident it will lead us into the future. We will continue to come together to work toward creating more shared prosperity and to build more momentum as a united front. That momentum is not going anywhere, and neither am I. Thank you, and I will welcome City Manager Cheryl Long.
All right, we're going to come back to this in just a moment. We do want to hear from the police commissioner, who made some very significant comments about this along the way. And that was Mayor Aftab Pureval. I didn't say his whole name as we got into that. That is the mayor of Cincinnati. He was talking about, obviously, repairing from this tragedy. We're going to talk to Senator Bernie Moreno in a minute as well, who has some very strong thoughts on all of what he watched play out on those streets. But let's check in first with correspondent Nate Foy here on set with us to bring us up to speed with the backstory. He's been covering this all along. Hi, Nate.
Hey, Martha. So, yeah, you just heard from Mayor Aftab Pureval, who, by the way, has been on vacation in Canada all week, and he zoomed into a public safety meeting earlier in the week on Tuesday. He's received a lot of criticism for that. So these are his first public comments, and you heard he did express support for the police. But there has been a lot of criticism, not only for him, but also for Councilwoman Victoria Parks, who commented on a video of the fight. If we can pull up a video of the fight here, that would be great. She essentially blamed the victims, saying that they deserved the beating, saying they begged for that beatdown was the actual quote, and she's standing by that now. Now, as you look at this video, Martha, one of the suspects who has already been charged is now out of jail today. I spoke with his lawyer, Jermaine Matthews, who faces assault and aggravated rioting charges. He's now out. He posted a $270,000 bond. It is a conditional release. He has to wear an ankle monitor and surrender any guns. But there's been a big backlash from people all over the country, including Senator Bernie Moreno, who's calling on more from local leadership in Cincinnati, saying that they are facilitating a lawless culture and that the councilwoman who made that post on Facebook should resign. He's calling on the city to provide a timeline on when they will be fully staffed in the police department and to also provide a plan for public safety and civil rights protection. And I know that you have him here, so I'll let you ask further questions to him, but that's where we stand, Martha.
Okay, thank you.
You got it.
Very much. This has obviously been a story that has shaken everybody who's watched his video. The brutality in it is just so horrific to watch. Let's bring in Republican Ohio Senator Bernie Moreno. Senator, thank you very much. It's good to have you with us. I just want to get your reaction to what you just heard from the Cincinnati mayor, Aftab Pureval. At one point, he said the racial dynamic of this fight is unavoidable. Your reactions?
Well, I'd like to welcome the mayor back from his vacation in Canada. I hope he had a restful week of time off. You know who hasn't had a restful week? Holly. A middle-aged woman, Martha, not too different in age from you and I, who got beaten to an edge of her life, who had to call an Uber to get home after being almost completely murdered on the streets of Cincinnati. No apology, no atonement. No atonement for the fact that under the mayor's leadership, we're down anywhere between 110 to 300 police officers. There's no atonement for the fact that when police do arrest criminals, that judges and prosecutors basically give them a slap on the wrist and send them on their way. The police are doing the best they can in Cincinnati. They're the heroes every day. But nice words don't mean anything unless you have actual actions. This is way too little response.
Senator, stay with us if you would. And those pictures are horrific of Holly. But the police commissioner is talking, and she's been very outspoken on all this. Let's listen into her.
It was an act of violence that shook us all. Let me be clear. Every single person who played a role in that attack will be held accountable. Trust me when I say this. The Cincinnati Police Department, had the Cincinnati Police Department been notified in real time, our officers would have responded with urgency and force to protect life. We rely on the eyes and voices of our community because silence in moments like this can be dangerous. As of today, our investigative teams have identified 6 victims, 5 males, 1 female, each subjected to unimaginable physical violence. Our thoughts are with them as they begin to heal from this traumatic event, knowing their lives have been forever changed. Through relentless work, CPD has now charged 6 individuals with felonious assault and aggravated rioting. Of those, 3 have been arrested and their names have been released to the public. Our fugitive apprehension unit is actively pursuing the remaining 3, whose names will be released upon capture. This remains an open investigation, and I want to assure you, we will not stop until justice is fully served. But this incident is more than an isolated tragedy. It points to a broader challenge, a revolving door of justice. As I stand here today as the police chief, people can take punches at me all day long. That's fine. That's fine. I'll take them. Our officers risk their life daily to remove violent offenders from the streets, only to see them released quickly and sometimes without consequences. This cycle must end. We cannot and should not ask our officers to bear this burden alone. The criminal justice system must work in full cooperation with all entities doing their part to ensure lasting safety for our community. Despite these challenges, the men and women of the Cincinnati Police Department show up every day, giving 100%. From innovative violence reduction strategies to day-to-day problem-solving efforts, we do it because we care deeply about this city and everyone who calls it home. To our citizens, we need you. We need your eyes, your voice, and your trust. I'm confident that if we all work together, we can create a safer and stronger Cincinnati. I want to add one bit of information for you that I received today. Yesterday, a member of the executive board for the Hamilton County Chiefs Association reached out to me very kindly to check on my well-being, and I'm grateful for that. During that conversation, I made a request for the organization, the Hamilton County Police Chiefs Association, to form a committee to work on this ecosystem of our justice system here in the county. You know, it used to be I'd wake up in the morning, see the news, find out we had a shooting in Cincinnati. Now it's also troubling that I wake up and I see that there are shootings in some of our suburb areas as well. So this revolving justice system affects the entire county. And so our organization will be forming a committee, and we will ask prosecutors, common pleas judges, municipal court judges, juvenile court judges to join us to find out how can we collectively work for a safer Cincinnati and for a safer Hamilton County. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.